And as many people continue to blame Russia for recent hacks on the Clinton campaign and other Democratic organizations, new efforts are being made to protect the voting system. One America's Kjeldgaard takes us inside these changes and the challenges protecting our nation's election.
With recent hacks on Democratic organizations, officials are looking for new ways to protect U.S. elections. A directive signed by President Obama in late July puts the FBI in charge of responding to cyber attacks and gives the federal government a more active role in investigating the source of those threats. Two other agencies have also increased their role in investigating threats. The Department of Homeland Security and the Cyber Threat Intelligence Integration Center will also work to prevent cyber intrusions. Despite these changes, some officials say the election system needs additional protection. Speaking on a panel, the Homeland Security Secretary said although security has improved, the types of threats have changed, and it may be time to change how we think about elections.
I do think that we should carefully consider whether our election system, our election process, is critical infrastructure, like the financial sector, like the power grid.
Services labeled critical infrastructure are considered of vital importance to the United States economy, safety, or health. 16 services are currently labeled as critical infrastructure, and more resources are devoted to protecting them from physical or cyber threats. At the Critical Infrastructure Forum, the Chief Information Officer of the EPA said the way officials think about cybersecurity needs to change.
You can't have this, attempt to have a hard shell on the outside and the soft, gooey inside, right? That's not going to continue to be successful, because we've proven that if someone is determined enough, they will find a way inside that hard outer shell.
However, the U.S. electoral system is not uniform. Many areas have their own ways of voting, some using only electronic machines and others using only paper ballots. Each state is responsible for its own voting system, and it can create vastly different rules on everything from fonts to text size. The White House press secretary said this complication makes it hard for one specific policy to be put in place.
There's some places that still use paper ballots. Presumably those can't be hacked. But there are other places that do use electronic voting machines. They have a variety of, there's a lot of different software that is used. So the point is that it's important for the federal government to offer support to state and local governments.
While many officials say increased cybersecurity is needed and important to the U.S. elections, some hackers believe that until a cyber attack happens, nothing will change.
Until there is something that's a smoking gun that says, like, look, this was hacked and it affected these districts or this entire state, looked like it was going this way and it actually wasn't real, will we actually do something about it?
As the November elections rapidly approach and the use of technology continues to increase, just how the government can protect our nation's idea of democracy remains to be seen. Kjeldgaard, One America News.